All right. Welcome, loves. Welcome. So, Scorpio, this is going to be your reading. All right. I always get your vibes, always when it's dark out or getting close to being dark. And I think it's just because you may find peace amongst, the night, the late evening, or as evening and night approach. But, I keep getting like this vision of the hermit with the lantern, all right? But instead of it, the typical hermit look, um, it's like, I don't know if it's masculine or feminine. Um, I don't know if it's masculine or feminine. It's just a cloak, all right? And I don't know exactly what color. It might be like a dark red or a black or a dark purple. Um, but that's just all I see is somebody in a cloak holding the lantern and walking. And I keep hearing shedding the light, opening the eyes of people or the masses. Stop it, Silas. Oh my God, this cat's gonna piss me off here. Stop it. Alright, I don't think he'll last long because it's cold out, but he'll just sit there and paw at the door over and over. Alright, so I feel like, yeah, it's like, because I've been getting like growth from Scorpios the longer I have my channel, and it's like, I feel like it's somebody who's really stepped into that Scorpio energy. Alright, untapping the mysteries. And just doing a lot of studying and elevation, where you're elevating. So let's get these here. All right, let's do 3 shuffles and get to it because I don't want to take too long here. So you've done the shadow work, all right? And you're coming out brighter than ever, and you're going to be able to lead people with your light because you've faced the darkness, you conquered it, all right? All right. Ooh, the most positive card. Look at that. Your spirit guides are with you. You have found the perfect ebb and flow of life, all right? And you understand that life is just ebb and flow. We win some, we lose some. Good things, not so good things, but a lot of times the things that we consider bad or whatever, it's just a lesson, all right? And then when we conquer, when we face that when we see the lesson, we face it, we conquer it, that's when the good comes in. It's an ebb and flow. It's a tit for tat type thing. We have the world here. See, I told you it won't last long. Okay. So positivity, you're very positive. All right. But like I said, it's coming out. You're leading the world. All right. You're kind of like a spirit guide. All right. In physical form. But you have the energy, the positivity, the radiance. All right. Just the beam of light that surrounds you. So I feel like you have a very beautiful aura. And it's not just one color. So yeah, you're here to bring peace and harmony, all right? You're here to shift and change the world. You're here to help transition this world into a more positive, we have here the Ace of Wands, a more positive world where we can be in harmony with the natural world, other people. And it's like you're a beacon of light. It's like every time you come out from doing the work, you're gifted something that the universe knows is something that you that really means a lot. But you just keep blossoming, all right? And you've opened up. I feel like you guys, and I don't get this very often, you guys, I feel, have literally opened the eyes to like 8 people already. You have awakened. All right, yep. Confirmation ringing in the ear. You're an inspiration. You inspire people, but you do it in a good way, all right? Where people wanna renew themselves. They wanna find their passions, their desires, that creative spark. You show people how to lead life uniquely. All right? We each have our own creative spark. We each have our own light within us. And, you know, if you want to be granted and have 3D material things, well, we got to earn them. So I feel like people may have been inspired by you or are inspired by you, and your light, your spark just is infectious in a good way. I feel like they are seeing and reaping the rewards. You know, I feel like they are starting to feel brand new. All right? And they're starting to find the beauty within themselves, the stuff they may not have known about themselves, but just feeling good, feeling on fire, but in a good way, you know? All right, because then I'm going to pull from this other deck. So we're going to get this wrapped up for Scorpio. But that's what you guys are, Scorpio. You guys are death. You are supposed to be all about, you know, transformation and coming out like a phoenix, you know, rising up from the ashes, going through the 3 phases. What is it? Oh, now I'm going to lose my train of damn thought. Anyway, you have 3 phases you have to go through, Scorpio. I think that was the Page of Swords. So I feel like, yeah, people watch you, they pay attention to you, they hear your message, they take your message, and they've seen good things. They see exactly what listening to you does. There you are, Scorpio, letting everybody know what's up. You gotta hear the Ace of Swords too, so yeah. Every time you transform, you put an end to things that no longer serve you. All right, you put an end to that and you realign your world. And people see that what you do and say is the truth. They get clarity, they get understanding. Yeah, and it's like, I feel like you're going to be celebrated. All right? But yeah, it's like death is all about just becoming somebody even better, becoming your best self through transformation. And, you know, that hermit energy where you're going in and doing that deep introspection and shadow work, you know, things that most people don't want to feel, they don't want to look at, but you see the importance and you deliver that. I feel like that message too. You have a very sharp mind, very, very brilliant, very sharp. Like how they say, like, you know, you don't have to cut somebody physically in order to cut them with your tongue. Yeah. All right, let's wrap this up. We got here the 6 of Wands. So yeah, it's like there's that, you get a lot of attention, admiration and praise, even if you may not know it. You do. People follow you. They look up to you. You know, they see you as very admirable, very noble. Like you just walk with your head high, you know, when you're out and about, wherever. It's like people see the confidence. People see, you know, and you're not looking around, you know, you're just going about life and people just stop and stare and just cannot get over it. All right, praise. We got the upper world falling out here. So definitely, and I feel like you're being praised in the upper realms too. Okay, the upper world's praising you. Do you see all that you've accomplished? The owl, it's the wisdom. All right, and I feel like they hold and protect your spirit, your soul. Wow, we have here the owl, and then we do have here the eagle. So the upper world may show up in the form of eagles and owls, because one, obviously the eagle has a direct connection to be able to soar, to receive to receive the message of Creator from the upper world and deliver you the real perspective, the true perspective, the true wisdom, and like mysterious, unknown knowledge that many people will never ever in lifetimes come upon. The owl is wise, but strikes silently, right? And you don't know what's coming when it comes to the owl, because you are like an eagle too, where, you know, it's like you have a bird's eye view. You can see things very sharp, very clear, and you have power within you, and it's that beauty, it's that just awe that people get, that majestic energy of power and strength and resilience and knowing yourself and the confidence. And then the owl, I always think of the eagle owl. And the eagle owl, God, I think that's like the most powerful. Is that the most powerful? I can't remember. But yeah, you carry the energy that people get when they see an owl or an eagle, just like excitement. But yet, I can't believe I'm seeing this. Am I seeing this? All right, so let's get one more out here for. We got here. Ooh, the coyote. That's crazy, because I literally just freaking saw a coyote running across the freaking road here. These three all came. Okay, so the magic we have here with the little child, number 33. So you might be, you know, been feeling this and shedding your skin transforming, and just recreating yourself since you were a kid. Always felt different, you know, the age of 33. That may when you really felt the magic start to bloom within you, or that number could be of significant, because it takes time, right, to understand everything. Number 46 with the serpent and the 12 with the coyote. So I feel like you shed your skin, all right? You've had a rebirth, especially with the death here. So pay attention to coyotes, all right? That could be a big indicator of completing a transformation, especially with these two aces here. You know, some of you may be needing to start on a new, to shed another layer, because it's all we do. We just keep shedding layers. All right, so let's do 3 here and get one from here, Scorpio. It's a little more cards than I usually do, but there's just so much to tell you. I love these readings because it's like, I want people to feel it so they can like own it and see a beautiful, more just life-changing, shifting life. It is about not dimming to fit in here. Scorpios, I don't see you doing that. So I feel like it's just saying you don't dim to fit in. All right, because Scorpios already don't really fit in, you know, because they always, especially at a young age, they carry that dark, you know, scary, mysterious, emo, you know, until they mature and realize, like, man, that's a bad stereotype, right? And that's just like, I never understood with like witches, like, why do a lot of people think that witches dress like goths and like goth people in emo? You do realize that they didn't have that type of clothing back in the Victoria era, or, you know, further back than that. Like, it's like they picked a modern style and pinned it and label witches and witchcraft, which really wise women, men, wise men, but yeah, and they just put all the negative, this dark, scary, it's like, really? Come on now. That is not even it. You're not going to be able to manifest or do a goddamn thing if you're going to be in that type of energy. That's low vibe. The universe, creator, spirit allies are... No energy is going to... No passed on energy is going to give somebody power to act like a negative weirdo, because they'll use that power for immature and childish reasons. So you got to be grown to have actual power. That's why you see people never getting anywhere in life, still stuck in the same environment or the same place, never getting anywhere above where they've always been, you know? It's people that have moved up in life and you see it, and they don't have to sit and like win the lotto, or it's just good things come in because they've done the work. And some people, they just want to say they do, but they don't do nothing, because if they did, they'd be living and doing everything completely different. All right, well, let's get this wrapped up here. For Scorpios. For the Scorpios. What do we got? Ooh, we got the warrior woman. Yeah, badass. You're birthing a new age here. You're showing people what's up. You're going to dream this world into a new being. You're going to birth creations that are going to bring good into this world. You're already doing it, all right? You're facing your true north node, all right? A lot of people don't even understand their north node, because all these readers just focus on love and shit instead of your purpose. So dumb, all right? You're answering your deepest calling. If you haven't, it is time, all right? With that Ace of Wands. Think with that Ace of Swords. I feel like there's still something else though. See, I love it when Scorpios are mature and not low vibe and feeding into these negative, unaligned shit. I think that one said showing the world the real you. I'm not positive. Not everybody ready to see all that though. Life is about growth. You're wise at a pretty youthful age, I feel. I don't feel like you guys are like old. Well, come on. So we have the pillar of light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. It's all about the heart. It's laying foundations, all right? It is the divine plan. You're seeding the light. It's that hermit energy that I was seeing. Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Your ancestors, they stand beside you. I feel like there's something else to come out of this deck here. So, yeah, you're here to take care of the earth, to keep the natural world up, to show people how important it is, all that, to seed the light. All right, let's do 3 here. Why are we doing this again? Because I don't want this to go long, because it takes forever to freaking upload. But I'll just put it on the freaking charger, so. Alright, last one here. Let's see what we got. Oh, that sucked. Ooh. Wow. I got the fucking Hermit. Oh my god. With the King of Wands. So you're a leader, you're a teacher, you're a quick thinker, you act fast, you've grown tremendously, but holy shit, there's that fucking Hermit. Oh my god, that's just wild. Alright, so that's why they wanted that out. Yep, to say, yep, that's to confirm what I was feeling or what I was seeing. You know, I can't really explain how I see things, you know what I mean? It's not like what people think. So we have here the 9 of Pentacles. Yep, you're doing it all on your own too. All right, you don't need nobody to do it for you. You reap the rewards when you do it yourself. All right, so I feel like you're just walking this path, knocking out transformation, all that shit, listening to your spirit guides, just putting in the goddamn work, and you're reaping the rewards. So, wow, can't believe it. I mean, I shouldn't even be surprised. People have asked me that, like, how are you still surprised? Because it's real, y'all. So when it does happen, it's like, you're still just like, what the fuck? All right. Y'all have a good night.